Antonio Conte united his Tottenham team in 3 ways during the Emerson Royals game against Wolves. Antonio Conte will have some decisions to make as he hopes his Tottenham side can get a much-needed 3 points against Wolves on Sunday. Spurs go into the fixture at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the back of a 3-2 defeat to Southampton, as their poor performance failed to keep the lead they had in the final 20 minutes of the game. Bruno Lage's side will come into the game off the back of a defeat themselves, as they lost 1-0 to Arsenal on Thursday, but sit just 2 points behind the Lilywhites in the Premier League table. After Sunday's tie, Tottenham will have a week break before a trio of away matches, so it is a big game and a much-needed 3 points are up for grabs. Read more related articles. Tottenham Hotspur back to beat Man United to Champions League place for 3 key reasons. Read more related articles. Teddy Sheringham identifies Tottenham's FA Cup boost that could cause Champions League blow. Ahead of the Premier League tie, football.london takes a look at 3 ways Conte could line up his Spurs side. Lloris, Sanchez, Romero, Davies, Emerson, Hojbjerg, Bentancur, Bergwijn, Son, Kane, Moura on Friday. Conte revealed that Tottenham still have the same 3 players injured that were unavailable against the Saints. Eric is making progress, but he's still unavailable for the game against Wolves, he admitted. It's the same for Skippy and Jaf Tanganga. It's the same situation from the last game. With the defensive absences, it is likely the backline will remain the same as the one that played 90 minutes against Ralph Hasenhüttl's side. January signing Rodrigo Bentancur has featured in the second half of both games since his arrival, and has already shown glimpses of his potential. The former Juventus player has already shown he can add both skill and composure in the middle of the field, as well as more creativity than the other options in the middle of the field. Lucas Moura's form has been up and down in recent games, and although he was part of the build-up in both goals for Spurs on Wednesday, he also made a number of mistakes and lost the ball on a fair few occasions. However, the Brazilian has started 16 of the 20 Premier League games he has featured in, so it wouldn't be a surprise if Conte stuck with him. Lucas Moura has become a regular starter under Antonio Conte. Lloris, Sanchez, Romero, Davies, Doherty, Hojbjerg, Bentancur, Winks, Bergwijn, Son. Kane the Italian has opted for a 3-4-3 formation in most of the games since he has been in charge, but a 3-5-2 setup did create some success against Liverpool and Leicester. Creativity in the middle of the field has been an issue for most of the season for Tottenham, and that was shown again against the Saints, but is something that Bentancur can bring to a game. However, the 52-year-old may decide to opt for a midfield 3 to allow both enough protection in front of the back 3, as well as some attacking flair. This would then take away a space in the attacking line, and it would most likely be Moura who is sidelined, as he has struggled to keep consistent form. Emerson Royals has faced much criticism in the last week and against Southampton. He was partly at fault for both the visitors' equalising and winning goal. Matt Doherty had a solid second-half performance in the thrilling 3-2 victory against Leicester, but when given the nod to start in the next game at Chelsea, he couldn't keep up that form. However, with the Brazilian performing below the level that is required, Doherty may be given another chance to try and impress the Spurs boss. Lloris, Sanchez, Romero, Davies, Doherty, Hojbjerg, Bentancur, Bergwijn, Son. Kane if Conte does decide to stick with his favored 3-4-3 formation, there will be just 2 central midfield positions up for grabs, and it could be Harry Winks that loses his spot in the starting 11. Neither the 26-year-old or Pierre Emile Hojbjerg had their greatest performance on Wednesday, but with the Dane arguably performing better overall this season and being seen as more of a leader in the middle of the pitch, it may be him that keeps his place in the starting lineup. In the front line, with Moura's form dropping and Steven Bergwijn making an impact in recent games, he has come on as a substitute in. The Dutch international may be given the nod ahead of the Brazilian. Whoever Conte decides to start at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Sunday, he will need to start the game with immediate energy and fight to get a much-needed 3 points on the table.